Libra, welcome to your July 2019 Angel Tarot card reading. I am using the Angel Tarot card deck and pulling a few cards from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck, both by Doreen Virtue. I got the message to start your July readings now. The cards just basically flew out at me, so I think that's a good sign that you're ready and or needing a message now. Just a quick reminder, these are general readings, so if you would like a personal reading from me, please go to my website, angelawakening.net, or follow the links in the description box below. So I'm changing things up a little bit here. I'm going to let the cards, because they were coming out so fast, and I did get the message to do this early. I'm not going to try to pick something up beforehand. Let's just see what the cards do for us, and then we can talk about messages that have come through as we've spoken. So, July. You get the Five of Earth. Fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. Okay, so for me, the good news is whenever I get Earth cards, my experience has been that we just need to get a little more grounded. 5 is the number of change. So what I feel with this card is change is almost inevitable for you right now. There could be change that's coming, change that you're sensing, and you're trying to hold on maybe to the past, or you're trying to hold on to the way things were. And this is kind of a reminder that, you know, the way we were is no longer going to serve you and is really not going to sustain you anyway. So moving into this new phase, you just need to not get wrapped up in things that you don't have, or, you know, looking at your life as, you know, what's missing, or creating this, you know, lack mentality. You do have help, you do have guidance, you have assistance, but recognize that sometimes your negative outlook, if that's resonating with you, a negative outlook can prevent all of us from embracing opportunity and possibility. So really check in with yourself and see if you're, you know, doing a lot of complaining, doing a lot of rejecting assistance, you know, not being careful about your thoughts, not watching and monitoring what kind of negative outlook you have, rejecting people's help. Maybe you're starting a new business or starting self-employment, but you're not sure of the next steps. So you're letting the uncertainty surrounding the opportunity drive you, instead of letting the possibilities of your opportunities drive you. And when you let possibilities drive you, your potential increases tenfold. So just know that this is a very temporary phase. You just need to, as I say, take a step back, look at your opportunities, put them into practical steps, and really check in with your outlook, how it's affecting your health, how it's affecting your well-being, how it's affecting your emotions, how you're talking to yourself, how you're talking to other people. We could probably just do a full reading on this card, because for you, I think this is saying a lot. It's just, really wanting you to hyper focus on the law of attraction and remembering how important it is to work on attracting those things that you want and not focusing on those things that you don't have. We also get the King of Water. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice. Charity work. So, yeah, I'm feeling like you all right now may need some guidance, may need some support. And this is saying you absolutely deserve it. And it's ready, willing, and available for you to take. So if you're one of these people that's watching and you're feeling super strong, then this could be you. This could be you recognizing that there are people in your environment, in your community that need your counseling, that needs somebody that's able to comfort them, to give them some kind of generous support in a time of difficulty. If this isn't you feeling like you're on top of your game right now, this could be you seeking this type of person out, someone that's wise and compassionate, a person who doesn't beat you over the head with their authority, but has, kind of a quiet authority about them, and can see the truth and beyond some of the facades that are being held up right now. So if you're needing a mediator, if you're needing if you have a partner, significant other, somebody that's trustworthy, this is a great time to be open and honest with them, and listen to people's ideas and listen to their advice, and be willing to work with someone to put a solution together that is something that you can respect for yourself and something that other people, can say, wow, that's impressive that they were able to come up with something like that during a time of challenge, or during a time of, feeling like they just have fears surrounding what to do next. But again, this could be you. This could be you branching into becoming this kind of person. It's quite possible that once you get past this initial fear, and you either get your business off the ground, or you get this new work opportunity, or you have this new relationship, once all this starts to form and gel for you, you can absolutely become this person that starts to help other people in this area. You get the Seven of Water, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Okay, so I'm feeling like this reading is really more about you getting support. So you getting the mentor, the advisor, you doing the research, you doing the work behind the scenes to find out what's my best next step. Knowing that the decisions that you're making into July, and you could be starting them right now, which is why we might be doing this early, which is why I was probably called to do this early. Some of this is something that, you could potentially be seeing signs right now. 7 is also the number of relationships, partnerships. So, how they're affected by the way you're talking to yourself, how they're affected by the way you're talking to other people. Be really cognizant of that as you're struggling, potentially, or as you're going through some challenges. Just be aware that, that sometimes we think, well, I'm just hard on myself, and not other people, but we forget that it's very easy for our energy to, um, for other people to pick up on that energy, and in a lot of ways take it upon themselves to kind of own those feelings. So for some of you out there, I feel like there are people who are saying, well, I'm just working hard, but it's not affecting other people, or I'm just, like I said, hard on myself, or I'm just, I'm negative in private, or I'm negative in thought, but has nothing to do with anybody else. Just know that that's, other people do see you struggling. Other people are aware when you're in a bad mood, and they are affected. Again, for some of you, I'm getting family pretty strong. So, kids, obviously, they're, just receptors for negativity, and they internalize it, and they make it their own problem, and they think they did something wrong, and, the list goes on. And I know that that's not something you want to impart to them. So in your efforts to try to make your life better and work through some complicated decisions, seeking that help, seeking that advice, if you can't afford it, your church, through a school, through a counseling service, or, the Y or something, there are options to get some help that's not crazy expensive. You might just have to dig for it a little bit. And maybe during that process, of doing your research and finding where it is that you can get some support and some help, you decide, what, I really benefited from this, and I want to give an hour a week or an hour a month or something to this community service, to this, to this group or this outlet that has really supported me and helped me through this challenging time. So it could be a win-win, as I said, because I think the situation is temporary. I think it's a hurdle. I think it's just something to get through. It's not something that's necessarily going to linger. So once you can kind of get yourself back into the right headspace, there's a real opportunity for a lot of benefits all the way around. Awesome. So you get Archangel Jophiel. Happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. So just as I was saying, getting into the right headspace, doing your best to let go of some of these negative, this negative outlook, or negative outlook is maybe not the right, it's just kind of getting bogged down in some of your fears. And they're not necessarily unwarranted fears. It's not fear that you're making up in your mind, but I think they are fears that, with some practical action and some self-awareness, can, you can get through this time, and knock some of these challenges down easier than what I think you're giving yourself credit for. So the angels are saying you have every reason to feel hope and happy now, to expect the best, to believe in yourself, to look to your future with optimism and excitement and confidence. And that, if you work through some of these challenges, this can really get behind you pretty quickly. 17 reduces to 8, which is the number of intimacy, intimate relationships, money. So your money situations can really start to look better. So you are on the right path. I know it may not feel like it, but starting to really center yourself on making plans with the long term as your objective, again, envisioning your life the way you want it, taking action in that direction, expecting that things are going to work out, trusting and following your intuition. I mean, this just isn't, a bunch of pipe dream talk. This is really having a sense of purpose, belief, and faith that new beginnings are happening for you, and that you're on the right path. We also get contemplation time. Spend time alone, meditating upon what you truly desire. So yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. If you're confused about what the next steps are, or you've got options but you don't like any of them, you're making this complicated decision but you haven't done your research, or you haven't gone inward to really get clear on what it is that you want, this is the time to do that. This is the time to make yourself a priority, to make your next move a priority, to take some time out for yourself, and wherever it is you like to be. Maybe you have to go to your car because there's nowhere else to go where you can be by yourself. But ideally it's in nature, or near living things, that living things that maybe stay quieter, like plants or trees. But potentially take some paper with you, or if you can neglect from roaming on your phone, to use your note app or something, and really start writing down, what do I want to do next? What's my next best step? What's the next best decision for me and all parties involved? And try not to worry about whether or not it's correct, or whether or not it's wrong or right. Just ask yourself, what's my heart's true desire right now? And start writing down some options and some answers, because you might be surprised. Sometimes when you get alone with yourself and start taking real care of what your true top priorities are, you might be like, I had no idea that was even that I even had that as a top need of mine. I thought I didn't care about that anymore. I didn't think I ever wanted that, or I didn't realize how separated from my core I've really become. And this, excuse me, this time that you get to spend asking yourself those questions, I think is truly going to be valuable and help you very much in your next steps. Oh my gosh, you guys. Explore your options. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Wow. Yeah, whatever you guys are going through individually, it's difficult. It can be painful. And sometimes as you're going through things, you're just thinking, well, this is the way it is. This is the way it's always been. This is the way, I knew it was going to turn out this way. And what the angels are saying is, now it's time for you to question any situation in your life that you think can't be changed. And again, this is not, I know the deck is magical mermaids and dolphins, but this really isn't magic. This is taking time to, say, if I had a magic wand and I could have anything I wanted, what is the one thing, or what are the three things I would wish for? And really, if you really get clear with yourself about what it is, there are many cases where almost anything you desire is truly possible. Might take a lot of time, might take a lot of effort, might take effort on the part of other people. You might have to, as you receive this mentor or advisor or get this mediator or this opportunity for somebody to come in and help you, again, you may become this person that helps other people and might have to help facilitate a conversation amongst family members, amongst your work colleagues, in a community environment. You might have to assist with a very difficult and challenging situation, but it's something that would benefit you personally, I feel like, in a lot of cases, because what you would end up seeing, even if you wouldn't get an immediate self-benefit, the recognition and the vision of seeing how to turn possibilities into realities and breaking them into small goals and seeing what you can accomplish today, I think will really energize your faith in the universe, really energize your faith in flowing in the direction of your dreams, and recognizing that any step that you take, no matter how small, helps you see options that you may never have seen before. I think I'm supposed to say that again. Any step that you take, no matter how small, will help you see options that maybe you never knew existed or thought of before. And I think that's powerful for all of us to keep close, because this is just a very challenging time for us to get lost in challenges, negativity, other people's chaos, things that we can't control, trying to be all things to all people. Yeah, I could probably go on. But the reality is we're responsible for how we feel. We're responsible for the thoughts that we think. And you really need to work on clearing your outlook so that you can sit with the options that you have and make the best decision based on the information that you have and not based on your fears. So interesting, you guys. This last card I got, I picked, I always pick them at random, but I was just getting the message that you guys needed an extra card, and this extra card, the message that I got is that this is kind of your overview card. I don't always get this message for signs, but I got it for you. And it's the Six of Earth. Gifts of money, time, or effort. New career opportunities. Receiving a loan or paying off debts. Wow. So you're going to be fine. You're going to be great. You're going to get through this. And it's highly likely that once you get clear on your options, make your decisions, that abundance will find its way to you, because your gratitude for either the experience that you've had or, shifting your awareness back to a positive outlook is something that the universe rewards, and typically will reward it with more abundance. So more opportunity, more gifts, which could be in the form of money or opportunities or advice or, the right person coming at the right time, things presenting themselves, and things being fair and responsible, which I think has been a little bit of your fear associated with some of the decisions. So you can release a lot of the, I don't know if I should make a decision because if it doesn't turn out, what if? and know if you have done everything you can possibly do, you've done the work, you've done the research, you've gotten the advice, you've taken the time to go in, you've looked at your opportunities and the possibilities, and now you're making a decision, that's all you can do. And releasing that fear opens you up, and having the gratitude for, an appreciation for whatever comes your way now. Getting this gift, receiving this gift, I think is really going to put you back in the flow of letting things come to you, instead of feeling like you have to stay in a place of lack, because that's just where it's gotten comfortable. All right, I hope that was helpful. I feel like as you get through, into the third, fourth week, especially the fourth week of July, I feel like you're really going to start to see light. And I feel like if you don't get this gift, or you don't get this advice, or this opportunity, or this promotion, or this bonus, or whatever this is, you're going to start hearing about it. You're going to start hearing buzz around it. And what I'm suggesting is that you stay in a space of gratitude and optimism and opportunity before this comes to you, before you start hearing about this buzz, because you're going to be ready, available, and willing at this point, not only to receive this, but to be on a path to receive the next gift, to receive the next opportunity. All right, Libra, if you would like a personal reading from me, please go to my website, angelawakening.net, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.